of the greatest homeopathic books ever written, because they used all of the elements from life. They used the beetle, they used horse shit, they used urine, they used lead, they used everything they could. But every time they introduced something that they know would be pathological to the body or toxic, they would introduce its counter. Not the way that doctors work today. So, when they used the garlic, when people came up on them, when the Greeks came up on them, and all the other people would come to study there, would say, well, damn, these people reek of garlic. The Kemites or the Kemetau ate a lot of garlic because the garlic had a specific toxin that was helping to ameliorate the effects of the high radiation poisoning. And that was it. Vitamins. Junk foods sold as health foods. Cayenne pepper. Blackstrap molasses. Cod liver oil. Bone meal. Brewer's yeast. Honey. Apple cider vinegar. Brown and turbinado sugar. Whole wheat products, including bran and certain wheat germs. Herbal teas, potions, and tonics. Dissected liver. This is my toxin. Sea salt. Yogurt. Ginseng and all ginseng products. Sauerkraut. Miso. Tofu. And all other soy products. Protein extracts. And all milk products. Oh, shit. I'll be damned. I came all the way from wherever to hear this shit. Now, I know I ain't going back to my family to introduce none of this shit. I'm going to walk around with this in my head to keep the peace. But you know what? When you go home and you start implementing quietly and you begin to change the resonance of your own frequency and vibration, automatically your home begins to vibrate in kind. And people going to want to know what you're doing. Why are you looking so pulled up and tucked, and your energy is so high, your eyes are so clear? Well, here's what I did. And only then can you now introduce who you are, because then they're open. Don't ever try to force nobody to hear what you got to say, especially on this. When I first started this 20 years ago, I was only talking to 2 people. And 1.5 of them motherfuckers thought I was crazy. So this is a stage. I've watched my people grow. And you don't know how good it feels to see you all here looking at me, speaking to you on a level where we are equal energies, when nearly 20 years ago, people would cross the street when they saw me coming. And they were talking about, that's that crazy Valentine kid. Don't get too close to him. You might catch something. More junk food. Aloe vera extract. Oh, I got to tell you the truth. You got to know the truth. I had to deal with this. I'm still trying to get rid of some of my drugs at this time. It ain't like I'm sitting up here perfect and I got some shit over you all. That's bull. We on this same path. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get better too. You know what I'm saying? So I got to, I love my people. I love you all so much. I ush you all so much. Because, see, reason is, I can't do this by myself. I thought I could, but I can't. See, this is all of us put together. Comfrey. Comfrey contains allicin, or aloin, and something called pyrrolizidine. Pyrrolizidine, if you use it too much, it creates liver damage. that degenerates into hepatitis. Any chlorophyll that's in a bottle, chlorophyll in a bottle ain't mean shit. Once it's detached and removed, it's junk food. If you get it right at the point where you extract it like wheatgrass and then dilute it and sip it in there, because you can't drink that chlorophyll that quick. Why? Because you don't have the proper magnesium molecule in place to process green. That's the color that you were at one time. It was the time when you had 3 suns. There's only 2 suns now. The other sun is behind this one, and it spins at the same trajectory as the earth, so you can't see it. But now, if you see the harmonic color references to your reality, you look at the skin of the original man and woman, and what color is it? No. What color is it that we recognize? What color is that, brother? Brown. Now, what color is the earth devoid of its green life? Okay, now, you had a magnesium alloy that gave you a yellowish, goldish tint to your blood. Because in the archives of the ancients, you can read that Ramses, when he went into battle one day, one of his soldiers saw him bleeding, and he bled gold. Ramses was one of the ancient ones. Your blood was gold because the base metal in your blood at the time was not iron. Iron is one of the lowest frequency metals on this planet. You, as the God of life, would not choose a lower energy to magnetize yourself to it. It would be part of the components of the higher energy. So your base metal used to be gold. That's why you die. You die, and this is just a part of what I'm going to be speaking about, from a progressive rusting of your body. Because what happens to iron when introduced to water and darkness? Yes. So what are we doing except rusting to death? Crusting to death. Atrophying to death. Because of the base metal that we are operating on today. Back to junk food, sold as health food. Acidophilus. How many of y'all take acidophilus? Come on, don't get it up. Yeah. Acidophilus is an intestinal strain that ferments milk. It is incompatible with the intestinal flora of the melanated man and woman. It is quickly ejected from the system. Most of us have an overload of putrefactive flora in our system because we eat so much shit. Your body is different from the Caucasoid or the Chalkozoid. Different because you, beloved brothers and sisters, because of your melanin, because you still hold on to that one ingredient, that thing that they're looking for in the Genome Project. You hold on to that dark matter spiral that allows you to eat color. You get nutrition from color. The black man and black woman's intestinal flora at its highest potencies extracts color from food. That's why people of color should never eat white food. We're going to get deep today. Never should eat white food. When the white man eats, his intestinal flora is not strong enough. The European wasp white, blue-eyed, blonde hair. His intestinal flora is not strong enough to break down whole foods. That is why, over the time of his degeneration in Europe, before he descended on Africa, his foods became refined in order to deal with the weak